Hey, it's Natasha.
And Khalil.
And we are the co-hosts of
WokeNFree.
Thank you for tuning into our 144th episode of WokeNFree. If you've been tuning in every week for WokeNFree Wednesday, you know that WokeNFree is all about being real and honest with each other and you. We talk about everything and anything important to us, you, the world, and nothing is off the table. This week, we're so excited to be discussing the new Amazon Prime show called Upload. So, what are we asking? Essentially, would you upload? Oh my goodness, this is going to be so much fun. Guys, get ready for a fantastic conversation. But what do we have to do first? It's your favorite time of the day.
Good stuff.
You know, I try. I really do. Every day I try.
Thanks.
The sarcasm is real. So, first of all, if you have gone to WokeNFree.com, where we have over 4,000 downloads, yes. You can download the episode from the Podbean app, and then you are ready to have a conversation with us. So you have to download the Podbean app so that you can put comments on each of our episodes. And that's how we have a conversation. See what I did with that? It's amazing.
And you also get the benefit of playing us at any speed you want.
Ooh.
You could slow us up. You could slow us down or speed it up, whichever way you want.
Really slow or really fast.
Yeah. I think that's kind of cool to have that in there.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you're like, listen, guys, I only listen to things at 1.5. Get ahead with your bad self. Like, do you?
Yeah.
So that is a wonderful benefit of downloading the Podbean app to listen to the show. Now, if you're like, guys, we love you, we need you, can't have another app at this moment. All right, we feel you. Then what you need to do is make sure you're catching the show on whatever platform of your choice. So whether that's iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Booyah, guys. We're on like 30 different plus platforms. So all we ask is that you're subscribed and following the show on whatever platform of your favorite choice is, okay? So if you can do that, booyah, you're amazing. Now, when it comes to sharing, it is definitely caring, except for COVID-19 and racism. Two viruses in our country that we currently are fighting these plights with. But absent that, feel free to share and scream WokeNFree out your mouths, out your windows, on social media, to your friends and family, guys. That's how we get the word out. And WokeNFree Nation, y'all know what to do. Just share. So thank you for all the support and sharing you already do. Continue to keep up the fantastic job. Now, when it comes to social media, you can always find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, TikTok at WokeNFree. And that's where you can comment with us. We post, I post. No, Khalil posts and I post. Really fun and engaging content. So make sure you're there. If you're on social media, then join the conversation there as well. And then, of course, if you have like 90 seconds, which, guys, it's a pandemic. Of course you have 90 seconds. Like 40 million people don't have jobs, right? So y'all definitely have some time. Make sure that you listen to an episode or two and then review the show on your platform of choice. So again, if you go to WokeNFree.com, then you can go in the listen tab, and then that's where you can pick your platform of choice. That if you don't want to listen through Podbean, then you can listen elsewhere, and then you can make sure you're reviewing the show wherever you're listening to it at. All right. So I think that's scene end. It went quickly, but I feel like it was.
I thought there was more, actually.
You wanted more, huh?
I thought there was more.
Well, I guess we're just going to have to give them the episode for that.
But before we do that, we're going to share a little bit about us before we dive into the topic for the episode. Last time we asked, how do you eat an Oreo? Do you take a bite or twist each in half? This week we're asking, would you rather read minds or predict the future?
I don't even know where you formulate these questions, Khalil.
They're new and exciting is all I know.
Okay. All right.
That's all I know about it.
Mind reading or predicting the future. For me, I would definitely go with predicting the future. I'm a planner through and through. I love a good plan. I think it's kind of sexy and tantalizing. So the ability to be able to see what my plan would come to be in the future would be extremely helpful. So I vote predict the future. And you?
And I agree with you, but for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather be able to predict an action because I don't know how that predicting... I mean, I don't know how reading the minds, how far does that work? Is it kind of like I could be in my house and I could predict minds of somebody in Argentina? I mean, what's the limit? Yeah. Compared to predicting the future, that could predict the future about anything. So I'd rather have that ability. You know, it's not worth it to just hear people vomit their thoughts out.
Verbal vomit. Nice.
Yeah, that's not worth it to me. Because then you got to hear the crap too. But the future thing is kind of cool because you know what's coming next. Like you directly know, and you don't have to do anything to even influence it.
Absolutely.
So I think that'd be a cool power.
Cool.
Now we're gonna get into the topic which you were ready to discuss.
Yes, let's ask.
Then maybe you can answer. What is Upload about?
So, according to Amazon, they describe the show as the following. From the Emmy-winning Greg Daniels, who's, I guess, created The Office, Parks, and Rec, comes a hilarious new sci-fi comedy. In the future, people can upload their consciousness to a luxurious digital afterlife. When party boy Nathan gets uploaded to a virtual resort, he meets the down-to-earth Nora, who starts as his customer service quote-unquote angel, but becomes so much more as she helps him find friendship, love, and purpose. And I would say for me, like, I watched the show, you watched the show, and I mean, it's only one season, guys, right now. So, you know, if you're like, oh my gosh, am I behind? Like, get caught up. It's fine. We have time. And I would describe it as kind of a futuristic love story between like a young programmer who's no longer in the living form, who falls in love with a real world woman who is like living in life, and she's seeking connection due to the lack of connection around her, and they kind of find this beautiful harmony in this like digital a serene, wonderful afterlife. And I would say the show is funny, it's intriguing, and definitely addicting because you're like, what's next? Like, what's she gonna say next? What's he's gonna say? What craziness are happening both in the upload world as well as in the real world? How would you describe the show?
I would actually describe it kind of like a love triangle kind of thing because there's two different stories going on, and you're trying to figure out what's really happening between these people that quote unquote love each other. And then also there's a mystery involved in it as well. So you're trying to figure out what truly happened. So I think that's one thing that the Amazon description doesn't get across, but there's stuff you're trying to figure out as you go along. And then of course there's a lot of like new technological ideas thrown in there. So it's like, how is technology affecting us in the future? What is it changing about us? Are we still human on the inside, or what is it to be human? I think it's asking those kind of questions. That's what I think the show's about.
Okay. All right. So now let's get to the meat and greet of everything right here, which is, would you upload?
I would, but I just would want to make sure my original body is intact.
Yes. Let's leave it at that so that
That's what I'd say.
No spoiler alerts, guys.
So I
gotta
would
watch
do
Upload.
And I would want to have the ability to hack the uploaded world.
All right.
I'm sorry, I would have to.
I think you might want to rephrase it as manipulate your surroundings.
Oh, okay.
With the coding.
Yeah, you could say that, but I would do it just for those reasons because if I didn't like the upload, I would like to be able to change it. I wouldn't want to be confined to somebody's created digital matrix.
Word.
Because that's kind of what it is. If you think about it, it's like directly, all right, I'm going from here to some matrix world that somebody created. Okay.
So first, I would say, yes, I would want to upload as well. But if you were not there, no. Because, and you'll see that played out in the storyline, guys. Because what's really great about the show is it makes you really think about what afterlife means to you. And then what would it mean in conjunction with a digital afterlife, right? Because that's so interesting. Currently, I personally... I don't know where I stand on the heaven-hell conversation, to be honest, but I do know that if this type of world it did exist, then that would be different than a traditional heaven or hell, right? Because it's
what would be different?
this digital afterlife, right? So kind of like if you don't upload, then do you go elsewhere to either of those planes, or because you can't go both, right? It's supposed.
Well, I don't know. Who could say what?
So that's what was interesting. Could you be, is your soul, could it be split? Like, it's so interesting.
Because how would they upload your soul? It's not like the show never proved the soul existed or anything. Yeah, it was just your
mental consciousness.
Yeah, it was consciousness. So that's the interesting thing.
But they acted like there were characters in there that acted as if that essentially
they think their consciousness
soul,
is their soul. Yeah. So if you associate it with that, then it may be an issue for you.
Yeah. So that's interesting. But I would say if you were not there in the digital upload, that I wouldn't want to go. I would take my chance the natural way. But if you were there, I'm totally down, and I would want enough money to make sure my experience was very pleasant, because they also talk about disparity on the show, which I loved as well. Shout out to the Upload Show. And if you're interested, again, go to WokeNFree.com so you can click on the link to be able to check out the show yourself and start watching immediately, because I think this conversation's going to really spark them to be like, oh, I got to upload. I got to watch Upload.
I would just hack you into the world with me. So it wouldn't be, I could design you from the ground up.
Stop saying the word hack.
Okay. No, it's just altering. Hacking isn't a bad word. I know people think of it.
Yes.
There's the badness, but there's white hat hackers as well. They're doing good stuff. They're trying to figure out what they can improve.
Classic.
It might actually be black hat hatters, but I'm forgetting right now. It's either the black hat or the white hat. It's one of the hats. I know it's like which one.
Probably the white one.
I know. I thought it was most white,
likely.
But the black hat sounds better.
White is light, but
no, but black hat sounds better. But that's why I thought it might be black hat, but we'll just go with the hatters. It's the
manipulators of code.
No, there's hackers that wear hats, and those ones are the good ones.
Okay,
cool. The ones that wear some-colored hats. But either way, I can get you into the world. That's what I would like.
Muy bueno.
I'd bring your consciousness in there. So what I would do if I knew the upload world exists, I would start programming our consciousness onto a hard drive or something. So then by the time it comes, I'd take it with me.
Fantastic.
Or you could take it with you. So even if I don't get uploaded, you can bring me with you and you can put me into the world.
All
so
right.
you'd be straight.
Nice.
But, well, we've been talking about it so much, but would you actually recommend watching the show?
Okay. So I would absolutely say yes. The show forces you to think about theology in a very funny and interesting way. And people are obsessed, right? We are obsessed with what happens to us after we die. People are obsessed with telling you what you think you have to. If you believe in Christianity and Jesus, then you have to believe in heaven and hell. And if you don't, you believe in this. And, we're all very pompous and very presumptuous about theology and religion and spirituality. And I think the show makes you take a step back and say, like, how about you take yourself a little less serious, right? And let's just have some fun, and let's throw technology in there. And how does that muck it up, essentially? And plus, shout out to the main star, Robbie Amell. He is fine. That man is, ladies, if you want to look at a very handsome man, this show does just that. Even if you don't enjoy the topic, he's delicious. So I vote yes.
Oh, all right. That's an interesting spin.
As you tense up right now.
No, I'm not tense.
Oh, you think he was handsome too?
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
I'm not sure of the words that are coming out of your mouth.
He's gorgeous.
Oh.
What's your thoughts?
You are now listening to WokeNFree. WokeNFree.
WokeNFree.
WokeNFree.
A podcast that keeps it real and honest.
Well, I just want to say there's another word to make you happy, and you can say modders if you like.
Excuse you?
Instead of hackers.
Oh, modders. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I don't like the word
Tinkerer,
hacker.
you can say that too.
Who?
Tinkerer.
Okay. Are you making up words on the spot?
No, these aren't made up words. It's just other words you can say if it makes you less.
Yes.
Because people try to associate one thing with another,
Yes,
but they're
I
different.
would definitely urge you to not say that word again.
And then the old version of them who used to mess with the phone were called freakers.
Now that's a good one.
Isn't that cool?
Because it makes me think of Freaknik. And so
all right, it has nothing to do with that. They were just
rampant sexual deviants.
They were just nice with the phones before you had the modders.
Nice.
Now, when we get back to the show, I think the show is kind of a take on Black Mirror. Particularly, there's an episode called White Christmas where a person's mind becomes their own digital assistant. Like it was uploaded into this cloud, and then that was actually their digital assistant. Just imagine that, like your consciousness, like serving you instead of the A's and the G's of the world. Because it's kind of like, you know what you want, right? But one of the things that happens is, well, you do the bidding of what your real person wants, because you're like, I'm the fake version, I'm the digital. I don't want to be a slave to my real self. So it goes through kind of that. And then I think what Upload does is it also mixes the idea of living in a different world, similar to that Downsizing movie with Matt Damon,
which was very interesting.
That one was an odd take, though. I'd say this take. I mean, I think that take was more holistic. This take is still kind of talking about our problems that we have now with our technology, which I just think it's good to make you think about some of the things that we have in place and how it might be harmful to humanity. Downsizing is a little bit on a different level. I mean, they speak to other stuff, but I guess they both do speak about that poverty issue, though.
Yes, poverty,
the discrepancy. They both do go towards that. So also
corruption is dealt with in the show. It's a really interesting.
I think you should check it out.
Yes, I vote. Check it out, guys. If people have plenty of time on their hands, go ahead and watch something really interesting and fun.
I don't think you'll be disappointed. Like, either way, you'll see something that was interesting. It's like, all right,
and definitely things you hadn't thought about for sure.
And here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? It's scenario time, guys. Scenario 1. Madge is an older woman who lost her husband but has a ton of grandkids. She complains about aches and pains and needs assistance to move around. Do you think she should consider uploading to escape the pains she feels now?
That's a great question. So that's kind of a question of suggesting that, like, if you are tired of living and could upload on command or demand, would you leave your real world existence for a digital existence? And what are the implications, the spiritual and theological implications of that? That's a fascinating question. So I would say, as someone who I'm not old, but I have lived with pain in one way or another for pretty much since I was like 14 in my life, 14 years old. So, life is a journey, and it is filled with some of the most glorious and beautiful moments. And it's also filled with horror and pain, as we all suffer now through COVID-19 and George Floyd and disparity and poverty and homelessness and pain. However, I think to be human is to have the good with the bad. And I would say she should probably try to go on a nutritional and physical journey that could try to correct and address some of the pain she's living on, because she does have grandkids. And as someone who did not grow up with grandparents, and that pain is something that I've had to live with, I would hate for her to be like, peace out, because she just selfishly is done, when she could try to change her behaviors. Because there's no age where you can't change your life and make things better for yourself, as we are now living in less pain because we've changed our nutritional and physical journey. So there is hope. I don't think she has to cut it loose to say, just buck the system. I'm just going to go digital now. I think she could try to make her human life in reality a little bit less painful and be there for her grandkids and give them those beautiful moments.
Wow. All right. I go completely opposite of that.
Okay.
I think she should upload as soon as possible, because she can get away from this immediate pain. And it's a great escape. But also because she has the grandkids, but guess what? There's another element. They can actually visit her in this digital world where she's like at her prime, or whatever she feels is her prime.
Yeah.
So it makes it a real easy escape, and you still get to enjoy time with your grandkids in the virtual world.
Though, but
it's all in the virtual world.
Yeah.
So that's why I think she should just upload without a doubt.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah. Well, WokeNFree Nation, what do you think for scenario 1? Put your thoughts in the comments.
Scenario 2. Verna was a professional snowboarder who had dreams of entering the Olympics. She could nail a cab 1080 double cork before getting a driver's license. Unfortunately, at one tournament, she pushed herself too far and ended up with paralysis below her torso. Should she consider uploading so she could continue her life's passion?
Oh, wow. That's another really deep question. So it depends on, I think this is one that is like, you can't come from a place of judgment, but you really need to come from a place of like, what does she, like to answer the question, what does she want? Right. So I don't think the answer should be like, oh, do you not want to live a life, a different abled life versus a life that she used to. I don't think the mindset of answering this goes there. I think it's really, because in Upload, she could upload herself when she was walking and talk, all that. And then she could design her afterlife to allow her to do the snowboarding. So if that's what she would want to do and continue to do that for the rest of her life at that age, right? Because you're not going to age in Upload. So you're going to be stuck with that. I mean, I think you can in Upload, you could elevate yourself to get older in the system if you wanted that. But
yeah, you could, or you could stay the same.
You could stay the same
age.
As well.
Yeah.
So I would say if it's going to depend on her true wishes. If that's what she really wanted to do, then she should do it. If she is open to living a different life and a different experience in the real world, then she should do that. So I would say I would have to know. I'd have to meet this wonderful lady.
Oh, man. You and your questions.
Yep, to ask her what would she want. And you?
I'd say, again, I think she needs to upload because this is kind of like her life dream. And I think a lot of people get stuck in this situation in real life where they were once going to do like their life goal, but something came up and now they can't ever actually do it in that like specific manner. So I think in this case, it's easiest to go into the Upload world. And if this isn't created, maybe she can start like a digital Olympics for people that are in the world.
That's interesting.
They can all compete. So I think, she can make a new sort of life. And it seems like that's what humans are moving towards, is they want people to have choice. So I think she should have the choice to be a snowboarder if possible.
But then, she does give up her opportunity to be able to live out her human life, right? So, and even though that incident happened to her, maybe I'm a strong proponent of everything happens for a reason. Maybe she was meant to she could do something different in her human life. She could have kids. Like, she gives all that up by going and uploading. So it's a really fascinating question.
She could, but you got to ask, what is it to be human? That's the question again. Is it to be human to live in this physical world we call reality? Or is it to live in your mind where anything is possible kind of thing? So I don't know.
Do you want the blue pill or the red pill?
Yeah, because, she can control her whole life and what's going on. Or, she can try to figure out something new in the real world. So
gotcha.
It depends. Scenario 3. Liliana is a popular actress that makes all movies she stars in blockbusters. She feels that she has gotten so good that acting doesn't interest her like it used to. She wants to do something more challenging. Would uploading provide that extra something in life she's missing?
So you just trying to have people kill themselves over and over again, huh? Oh, okay, sir.
Why are you saying that?
This is a little dark. Oh, okay.
How's this dark?
You're like, hey, I had a bad day. Upload?
Nice.
Hey, we had an argument. Do you want to upload?
Wow.
Like, peace out, guys.
That's a good one.
This is real.
An argument with an upload.
Yeah, that's classic. Oh, shark is coming. Upload?
That could have been one. Yeah.
Good.
The shark got
sweet
you,
Jesus.
and then did you want to upload after the incident?
You're like, never want to see your family again? Upload? Like, my goodness.
But that wouldn't be an answer for that. That's the problem.
I know.
That would not solve that. They can upload with you.
I know, that's a nightmare.
You're not escaping that.
That's a nightmare for me. So, wow. Okay. So and it's interesting because I wouldn't necessarily think that I would be answering these questions the way that I am, but I'm going to go down the human route, which is through all the scenarios that you've presented, is here, Liliana, beautiful name. First of all, life is, like I said, filled with the unexpected. Life is filled with joy and mystery. And, there are things that we say, oh, this is closed off. I'll never experience this again. And then all of a sudden you have something and you're just like, wow. So even though she currently doesn't feel like film is giving her what she needs to be satisfied and satiated in life, maybe she hasn't done the right film. Maybe she needs to do something out of her comfort zone that forces her to really dig deep when it comes to acting and to do something deeply moving and emotional, and where she says, wow, that was incredible, right? Like, and so I say, no, do not upload, guys. Let's live life a little bit longer. Let's try to do something else. Also, if you don't want to do acting, why not you try something else? I don't think we have to jump automatically to the digital experience without fully actualizing some other kind of potential opportunities in reality. And your thoughts?
I think that in this case, you should probably still upload.
Wow, just cut it off, huh? Just that time is up.
Because what's cool about the uploading is she can ask the system to dial up the difficulty if she wants to. You can control it on command.
That's
true. If she wanted just an extra challenge, she can just dial it in. You can't do that in real life.
If I ever wake up and I just see a note next to me, am I going to say, hi, love you, I uploaded?
No, you're gonna wake up and you say, are we uploaded? And I'm going to say yes from the sky. You're going to hear an ominous voice from the clouds come through. You have been uploaded.
So you're going to be
Your
God.
choice has been made. Huh? No, I'm saying you were both going to already be there. You were going to wake up and be uploaded.
Without my consent, Khalil?
No, you're going to have consented already.
How did I consent? I didn't sign the paperwork, Khalil.
If I show you the signature and I show you the video of you signing it.
You know what I'm going to do with
What
that.
if I show you the video of you signing
what
it?
Am
No,
I
you
gonna
can't do
do
that.
with that.
If I show you the video of you signing
Lies
it.
and fairy tales. Fabrications.
No,
fabrications.
it's not a fabrication. If we see your digital hand moving and signing it. If we see a digital hand signing it.
Lies.
Nope, if it's proof.
Years
just
like
because you
remember. I woke up tired. Upload. Nope. There's no.
No, what if you have a cramp?
Upload.
What if you have a cramp?
Upload.
Yeah, see, a bad cramp. It's like, oof.
I gotta pick up dog poop. Upload.
You got a Charlie horse.
Yep.
You gotta do. You gotta do the good
ready
things.
to jump, huh?
What if it's just too cold outside?
So everybody on Titanic should have uploaded.
Yeah, they could have. See how that's what's cool. So you can even have your Titanic experience and not die from it.
Oh, you're trifling.
You can play out different movie scenes, and then you go back to your life, and you're like, wow, that was an interesting experience.
I hope Michael B. Jordan
See how many
uploads.
It's crazy because look, you can experience so much if you do it. Like you could do all this stuff.
And Josh Hartnett.
All right, Tosh. But you could have these fakes there too. These fake versions.
No, I want the real ones.
No,
so
it's
I
the
can
fake ones.
say hello.
And they're going to pretend. They're going to be like, yes, I am the person you thought I was.
Michael B. Jordan, really be there, please.
It's going to be the AI version.
No.
They're only going to say movie lines.
No.
Yep.
I want the real ones.
They're going to say, this is the Fantastic Four. He's going to say, I'm Human Torch.
No.
That's what he's going to say. One. No, you want him to...
The real Michael B. Jordan and the real Josh Hartnett.
Nope, you want him to say lines from Creed.
Delicious. Delicious.
That's
delicious. Yes. Oh my goodness. We are at that time again, guys. This was the coming to the end of our 144th episode of Woke and Free. That was a delight.
Indeed.
Quite the episode discussing would you upload. Now, if you have the answer to this question, which we know you have the answer to, please make sure you've downloaded the Podbean app so that you can go to WokeNFree.com and you can put your comments and you can say, guys, y'all are crazy. I wouldn't upload because ... or I'm so with you on that. Like Khalil said, I have a Charlie horse. I'm ready to upload right now. Tell us where you stand on the matter, because this show is that provoking where we've got to create podcast content around it. So interesting. Now, will we leave you hanging for what our next episode will be about? Drum roll, please.
On our next episode, we will be discussing, is the law of attraction real? Make sure you follow us on social media to follow along the conversation, and make sure you tune in next week for Woke and Free Wednesday to join the conversation at WokeNFree.com.
If you'd like to be a guest on the show, or you want to submit a topic to discuss something that you feel we should address or you want to address and talk with us, collaborate, hit us up on our contact us page at WokeNFree.com. So that is WokeNFree.com. When it comes to social media, you can hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, and TikTok. And then again, if you're interested in a collaboration for an upcoming episode, hit us up on our contact us page at WokeNFree.com.
If you didn't already subscribe, please do, share the episode, And make sure you come back to join the conversation every Wednesday for Woke and Free Wednesdays. Remember, Woke and Free is more than a podcast, it is a way of life. Until next time.
See you in the upload world.